man. Long time no chat, bye.
I know. Do you know what? A dreaded sight for you.
Wait, who am I chatting to?
Gordon.
Oh, Gordon. I thought it was Jake that was chatting to me there. I was like, what?
I was like, right there, no chat. A dreaded sight for you, mate. Straight in the door.
You're a beautiful,
Straight on the
you're a beautiful sight for me, man. Why would you be a dreaded sight for me?
I got him with the fucking pants.
Bro, I don't even,
pants.
brother,
Yeah.
I don't own anything anymore that is related to construction. I don't own no fucking snips. I'm a qualified Sparks, and I left when I handed in my notice, Gordon. I left everything in Sweden. I gave my tool bag to my friend. I left my Snickers, my boots. I wasn't bringing no smelly fucking.
I'd keep the tool bag now. Like, what if the mother needs something done around the house?
Yeah, she can hire an electrician. I'll pay for it. I ain't doing it.
Poor mother, man. I'll pay for it.
You're all right. You're all right. Here, there's still boys joining, boys. Let me just make sure I can get. Yes, that's good, boys. I love to see lads flooding in straight away. Who else is in here? Tobin, I called you out originally. How are you getting on, bro?
Not too bad, lad. The fucking the roleplay app is it's a lot good, better now. Yeah.
I spent hours on that thing Sunday night. I mean, hours putting that. What I did was, right, one sec. Every single loom that Adam and David did over the last months for all of you, I got all the transcripts and fed it into an AI. So that is literally like David in an AI. It's crazy what you can do with AI these days, boys. Like, because I know it's
crazy.
way more. Yeah, it's way more efficient. But how are you getting on, though, Jake?
Not too bad. I'm gonna be honest with you. The likes of the fitness, I'm not really good with. Like, the TikTok. I was focusing on the fitness, and then I went to do a different one today. I don't know what to say.
Yeah. Do you know what TikTok Shop is?
I do a small bit about the products and all that.
Yeah, you'll just look it up on YouTube, bro, and watch a 10-minute tutorial and watch this. My laptop's tweaking with all you boys after coming in here. Let me close a few tabs. Look it up on YouTube, bro. Literally look up TikTok Shop walkthrough.
Right.
Watch a 10-minute video, bro. Get your head around what TikTok Shop actually is. TikTok Shop is basically where you make videos or you get a UGC creator. When I say UGC creator, you're paying somebody, like brands pay people to make videos for them. So instead of a brand hiring out a full production team, they might just pay somebody to, it's way cheaper to actually just go and make them the video. Can anybody, boys, can anybody recognize my background? Any OGs recognize my background? Go on, Fizzler knows. James Foy knows for sure. But can anybody else recognize the background? That's right behind me. Nobody can. Kean, you know as well, man. Don't be sitting there with your fucking mic muted.
That's the Castlebar background.
That's the Castlebar background, right.
Adam's Casterly fucking OG background.
Hilt with the flu. 1 sec. I wouldn't mind. This is my first time seeing the rain in 2 months. And the second I seen it, I got an allergic reaction to the rain. Now I have the flu. So hopefully I don't give it to you all on
Our
Thursday.
first time seeing the rain in 2 months too. It's just since you came home.
But no, boys, if you have a call that needs to be reviewed, send it in right now, because I'm going to review calls today. Obviously I want to check and see how you all are, but today the plan is to review some of your SDR calls and just see where they're all at. Good to see the good turnout, lads. I love seeing a good turnout. But as well as that, boys, we have a guest speaker next week. I don't know if you have ever heard of him, but his name is Daniel Dargan. Has anybody ever heard of Daniel Dargan before? He's got over 250k followers. He's Irish. He has a fitness offer, and he's probably doing anywhere. I'd say he's doing north of 50k a month. But he runs a fitness offer. He does some amazing content. He's a cool dude. I won't lie. He is a really, really cool dude, and he's Irish, which is the main thing too. So look, Daniel Dargan, boys. Addy.
Yeah, so just like for any boy struggling with the fitness, definitely come fucking correct with your questions for him and ask him as many questions as humanly possible in the areas you're fucking getting stuck at. So how to push someone over the line, how to challenge them without being the dickhead, how you actually do it in the sense of fitness rather than biz up. So that's what I would use my advantage for with him.
Yeah, exactly. Right, let me go into the one-to-one channel here and see who's up first for a roleplay review. Who texted me that wasn't going to be on the call? Ronan Barrett. I know Ronan Barrett I have to review his one as well. Let me look into Ronan Barrett. Who else have we got there?
He sent 2 or 3 today.
Yeah, Ronan Barrett. We've got one from Ronan Barrett and Barry. Barry, are you just the lead for Ronan, or do you also need a review?
No, I don't have any review for you right now, but I'm doing
Oh,
focusing more on DMs at the moment.
How are you finding it?
Ah, yeah, sure, making progress, and yeah, that's all I could say. Really, like, sure, like, just the more I do it, the more I get it. But sure, I feel
Bro, at
like
this stage you should have it mastered, no?
Jesus, no. I
Why
feel like
not?
it's a lifelong.
I don't think so. I think DM setting is very easy, bro. I feel like I
Or
don't
no,
think
definitely not lifelong. Definitely, that's the wrong way to put it.
we'll keep cracking away at it, bro. That roleplay AI bot, man, you should bang it out for a couple of hours and you'll be goated, right? If you need to look at like acknowledgement and you're struggling with acknowledgement examples, go watch the acknowledge and relate like a boss module. Or if you're struggling with acknowledgement, boys, if anybody here is struggling with acknowledgement, look, I'm going to show you this right now. It's the easiest way to handle that. While I'm doing this, has anybody any questions? Jake, you've got your hand raised.
Yeah, I was about to say, when it comes to fitness, like I know what to say, but like, do you recommend doing them all, trying them all out?
What do you mean?
The likes of TikTok Shop and is it Aircom? Is it? The other one?
Aircom.
Do you know the com one?
Ecom. Aircom is fucking Wi-Fi, you madman. Right, I'm after adding everybody in this chat, right? If you are struggling with any form of acknowledging and relating, right? All these conversations were done with a coach, and it goes back to literally the very start of Beyonce last August/September. We're coming up on Beyonce's 1 year anniversary. So this event is going to be really good, boys, because it's like in and around the time where Beyonce just started, and it's going to be our biggest event yet. The Airbnb is sick. We're all going paintballing, go-karting together. It's going to be fucking insane. So I'm looking forward to seeing y'all. I'm looking forward to meeting y'all. Looking forward to going for dinner with y'all. And yeah, it's going to be fun, boys. So the first, look, I don't want to waste time explaining what it is because not everybody on the call is going to be there. But yeah, let's get straight into things. So yeah, so anybody, Barry, look at this channel, Live Convos, because Live Convos are basically where David or Adam or me back in the day has done a role play on call, and obviously like acknowledging and relating for us is not necessarily a problem anymore, right? But let me go down here to
If there's anything, I suppose the things that really catch me out is still some objections that somebody would like raise.
Like what?
Let me go into something. So
Handling objections module. Did you watch that?
yeah, I've gone through the modules.
Have you taken down how to handle, like, there's a difference between, right, listen to it this way, right? Do you think there's a difference between working away and listening to an audiobook or sitting down with a pen and paper and reading a book? Do you feel like there's a difference?
Oh, completely, yeah. You're going to take
Exactly,
it in way
but there's
better,
one-
paying attention
yeah.
to it.
Exactly. So watch the objection handling module. I believe that I have whose mic is that? That's your mic, Jacob. Mute yourself, bro. I believe I attached the module. No, I didn't. But when you're watching it, just take it down. Take it down. How do I handle I've been scammed before? How do I handle the price? How do I handle the fear? How do I handle whatever? And if you're still struggling with it, just ask, right? Has anybody any questions before I start reviewing a few calls here? Anybody any questions at all about dialing, about anything? Evan Bradley, good to see you, bro. I can see you on my screen there. Good to see you, brother.
Hi, Ryan. How are you getting on?
Good, brother. Good. Right, nobody has any questions. Let's get straight into things. So we're going to review some calls today, boys. I want to review as many as possible. I swear there's loads, but for some reason nobody seems to be sending. There's probably loads, but if you don't send it to me now, I'm not going to fucking be able to see it, right? So let me go to Ronan, let me go to Ronan. Where's Ronan? Ronan Barrett. Right, let's get straight into it. Let me get a pen and paper as well, so I just remember. Ross, are you in here?
Yeah, bro.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah.
I'll do you next.
All right, nice one, man.
Let me grab pen and paper and just take this down so I know what to type in. Right, Ronan roleplay review. Ronan RP review. As well as that, I don't think any of the boys are in here, but just geez, boys, congratulations to any of the lads if you're watching this back or if you're in here. But there's been some serious amount of wins recently. Just want to say congratulations to any of the boys that have seen it, as well as this one, boys. Look at this one. This is possibly my favorite, even though it's only 1.6k euro, which is still it's still a good bit of money. But like, if anybody hasn't read that win, that is possibly the best win I've seen dropped in beyond set. Right, literally left construction, made 1.6k last month in his first month as an appointment setter. Your first month, like. And now I work from home and get to watch my daughter grow up every day. Beyond set has changed my life, you know, and that can happen for absolutely every single body in here, right? So let me go back in here, boys, before I keep shy talking away. Jack, okay. I'm not losing it again now. Where is it? Ronan. Let's do this. First of all, boys, right? Ross, what's the goal of a dialing call? What is your goal? What are you trying to achieve on a dialing call?
Find out if the person is a good fit to put them on a closing call as well.
So good fit. What else? Right? Good fit. Yeah, you can say that. Good fit. What else?
I suppose understand the person's goals, and you're kind of trying to extract emotion from the person to like kind of entice them to take the offer, but you're also not trying to sell. Like, you don't really go into the details about what you specifically offer, but like just understanding where they want to get to and showing them that you can provide value, I suppose.
Yeah, exactly, right. When you're dialing somebody, the goal of a dial call, right, is depending on whether the lead has come through a funnel, so he hasn't actually booked in, or if they have already booked in a call, then it's a triage, right? But the goal of an outbound dial to somebody that hasn't booked in yet is basically just to qualify them, to find out their goals, find out relatively their motivation behind the goal, right? Get some emotion brought to the surface, and then basically see if they're a good fit for the program, and then book them in, right? So that's basically the whole thing. And an average dial should be no longer than 10 minutes, right? If you're good at what you do, a dial should be 10 minutes long, right? But let's get into things here, boys. Let me get let me get going here, right? Right, so just be careful, because you said he rang to join the free seminar, but then you also asked if you got access to everything all right. So what is it that he should have got access to, right? Because if you're going to say that, it would have made more sense of you like, hey, Barry, just call him, man. I see you joined our free community. I just want to make sure, bro, that you got access to everything all right, because we've been having a little bit of issue with the back end, right? You haven't been having an issue with the back end, but can't hear it. Oh, shit, I didn't share my screen with the volume. Thank you, Kim. Fix that. Stop sharing. Right, let me again. Right, you'll hear it now.
Yep.
Ring ring.
Hello.
Hello, Barry. It's Ronan here from Beyond Set. I'm just giving you a quick call. I've seen you filled out an application to join our free seminar.
So when you're opening up the call, lead with curiosity, and as well as that, just ask, "Hey, is this Barry?" "Yeah, this is Barry." "Barry, what's up, my man? I just seen that you applied for our webinar on Friday. Is that correct?" It's Ronan here from Beyond Set. I can see you just filled out an application for the webinar on Friday. Is that correct?" "Yeah, that is correct. I did." "Oh, sweet, man. Look, I just want to bring you up to date with a couple of things before that webinar. Have you got a couple of minutes to chat, brother?" Right? That's if it's a webinar funnel, then introduce the conversation like that. Cian, what are you going to ask me?
Yeah, just about the opening, because last week Adam was saying not to ask, like, well, is this Barry? Because you already know who the person is before you.
Yeah, I
you
get
dial
that,
them.
right? Again, right, what I'm going to say is me and Adam have two completely different ways, because me and Adam spoke about this. Adam will suggest one thing, I will suggest another thing. Take what you feel is more attractive to you, right? Because everybody, when they get into sales, is going to have their own personal way of doing something. Personally, me, when I ring somebody, I will always ask, "Hi, is this Barry speaking?" Right? And then I will lead with that. where Adam might like a different way to go. But if you are on an offer, try both methods and see what works best for you, right? So I appreciate that, Ian. Thank you for letting me know that, right? But the one thing I'll say is try both methods. The way I was taught dialing, right, is to lead with curiosity. And boys, I learned it from Jeremy Miner's 7th level, right? So Jeremy Miner's 7th level has a free full dialing course. I don't know if everybody knows Jeremy Miner, but it's literally, he has this free 18-hour course on dialing. And I literally did it last summer because I just gotten onto a dialing offer and I just wanted to understand tonality. I wanted to understand question positioning, and I wanted to understand how to keep somebody involved in a conversation. And obviously how to, like when you're on a dial call, you want to let them speak. If you're speaking more than the lead, then something's going on here, right? So like I said though, boys, right? Me and Adam in some things might have a different approach. So if you think, right, this is Ryan's approach, let me try Ryan's approach and see if it works for me. Let me try Adam's approach and let me see if it works for me, right? So I like to lead like that, right? If Adam likes to do it a different way, try it. Try both ways. At least you're learning both ways, right? But let's go back. So just be careful with the opener is what I'll say here. Be careful. Careful with opener.
Seminar here this Friday. And I'm wondering if you got access to everything all right.
Yeah, I have everything, yeah.
Now, I'll be honest with you, man, I'm not going to chew the ear off you, but I'd love to see if I could have 10 minutes of your time to see if I could help any further.
Yeah, I have a few minutes here, so fire ahead there.
Yeah, just be careful. Again, I would have just said here, can I run you up to speed just to make sure you get full value from the webinar? Or can I just run you up to speed with, have you got 5 minutes, Barry, so I can just run you up to speed with everything that's going to be happening on the webinar, man? Yeah, of course you can, bro. Or he might then say, no, you can ring me back at a later date. So again, it's just phrasing, right? Let me go back and listen to that again really quickly.
This Friday. And I'm wondering if you got access to everything all right.
The opener.
Yeah, I have everything, yeah.
Now, I'll be honest with you, man, I'm not going to chew the ear off you, but I'd love to see if I could have 10 minutes of your time to see if I could help any further.
Yeah, I have a few minutes here, so fire ahead there.
So for you, man, what's the main motivation that's got you interested in high ticket sales?
Well, I guess the money side of it, really. I'd like to be...
Make it more relevant to his action, right? Instead of asking him such a vague question, make it relevant to his action, right? What he did was he signed up for a webinar. So if he's signing up for a webinar, ask him, like, you know, what piqued your interest to actually sign up for the webinar, man? Right? And then he's probably going to say, well, like, look, I seen it was free. I've been curious about starting to make money online, or I've been curious about a different venture that might align more with me. Okay, well, like, what about this venture actually aligns more with you, right? But I would have be careful with the opener so far, Ronan. I would have changed my phrasing to, have you got 10 minutes just so I can run you through everything and make sure that you're up to speed with everything for the webinar, right? But we'll keep going.
Earn my own way through high ticket sales. Let it be my main source of income, really. Yeah.
Yeah. So what is it you're currently doing for work at the moment, man?
Okay, good.
Yeah. So I'm currently doing sales in an electrical shop.
Oh, similar enough. So you're getting into a familiar career with sales. So
Kinda, yeah. It's somewhat related, yeah.
And how long have you been at that, man?
I'd say about a year now, yeah.
So you've been at it for a year. Like, how many hours are you doing at the moment? Or can I ask how much are you pulling in?
Yeah, so full time, so doing like...
Try to only ask one question at a time.
Your about 40-hour weeks and pulling in maybe about like 30 grand a year in or around.
When you look at that, man, you know, you're working 40 hours a week and you're pulling in 30 grand a year, and, you know, you've been at it a year now. How does that make you feel? Do you think that that's worth your time?
Well, this comes back to why I'm looking into this. I feel like I know I could earn more. So that's...
I would have asked him how is he finding it a little bit earlier? Let me go back here for 30 seconds.
And you're pulling in 30 grand a year, and you know you've been at it a year now. How does that make you feel? Do you think that that's worth your time?
So full time, so doing like your about 40-hour weeks and pulling in maybe about like 30 grand a year in or around.
When you look at that, man, you know you're
Yeah, here I would have said how he actually finding it. Leave the floor open for him, right? Because he's probably going to say grand. Ah, look, it's grand. Then what I'd say back this to, I suppose, give a bit of emotion, because your energy, the energy that you bring in is going to be the energy of the whole conversation, right? So if you're bringing in good energy, 9 times out of 10, you will be matched with that. And at this stage here, I would have said to him, I'm like, no, it makes sense, man. Like, how are you actually finding it? Ah, look, it's grand. It pays the bills, and you know it does the job. No, look, brother, I totally understand that. But one thing I know from speaking to a lot of Irish people is when they say it's grand, 9 times out of 10, it's not. You know, like so like how do you actually find it, right? And now we're going to even open the door for more, right? Because what we want to do as early as possible into the call, we kind of want to figure out like what is their current situation and how are they finding their current situation, honestly, right?
working 40 hours a week and you're pulling in 30 grand a year, and you know you've been at it a year now. How does that make you feel? Do you think that that's worth your time?
Well, this comes back to why I'm looking into this. I feel like I know I could earn more, so that's why I'm looking into another avenue like high ticket sales. As yeah, I don't really want to be don't want to be stuck in the one place all the time either. You know yourself.
So
Okay, so stuck in the one place. Because we want to find out when you're dialing, right, and you're asking these questions, if you haven't got any emotion or like anything brought up from, I think somebody's trying to join there quickly, boys. One guest away, and no, it's just Adrian's fan. But out of everything he said there, I feel like I don't want to be stuck in the one place, right? When you say stuck, man, like what exactly is it that you mean, right? Because that word stuck, right? That's something that we can probe in on already. So like listen out for those words when somebody's speaking, right? Because at the end of the day, boys, you can have a script, you can not have a script, right? At the end of the day, dialing is very, very similar to DM setting, just over the phone, right? Qualify, goal, don't qualify. Well, it depends. It depends on the offer, right? But listen out for key words like stuck, not fulfilling, no enjoyment, and then ask them what do they mean by that, right? Like what when you say stuck, Barry, like what exactly do you mean? Well, like I'm stuck in the same place, you know, I haven't got the freedom that I'm looking for, you know, because I have to go into work every day. Okay, I know that makes sense, Barry. And I suppose like when you say freedom, like what is it that you're actually looking for? Right?
like if you feel like you're stuck in the one place, how does that make you feel at the moment, man?
Ask them when you say stuck, what do you mean, right? And then ask them, how does that make you feel? Don't ask him how it makes you feel straight away, because bro's probably going to be like, I just answered the phone and is this guy a fucking therapist or something, right? But ask him when you say stuck, like, what exactly do you mean? And then when he gives you the whole, like, I'm stuck, my life's a little bit stuck, then go into the, you know, like, I suppose, man, like, how does that make you feel saying that out loud? Jeez, man, like, I haven't really thought about it like that in a while. You know, we keep going.
It's just very repetitive and not very exciting, I suppose. It's just same thing over and over again.
And, you know, how long have you actually been feeling like that your life has been a bit repetitive, like you said?
Oh, I'd say a few years now, between different jobs. Say about maybe 4 or 5 years.
A few years, yeah. That's a lot of people, man, who are looking to get into sales. Feel like, you know, you have that repetitive lifestyle. You feel like you've been stuck in the same loop. I know full well what that's all about. So how long have you genuinely been feeling like you've wanted this freedom to work remotely and to have this lifestyle?
No, I'd say I've probably secretly wanted it for a long time, like in the years, but I guess only recently it was possible that it could actually be something I could do.
Why is it possible? Why is it possible now that it can be something you can do?
Yeah, so you say you've been thinking about it for a long time.
Right? Can you understand why you'd say now? Like, why is it only possible now, man? The internet's been around since the thousands. Can you see how now that would be the perfect question to ask there? He said it's only possible now for him to do. He's got a limitation in his head of some sort, right? I don't know what the limitation is because we need to obviously probe deeper. But why is it only possible now, man? I mean, like, last time I checked, phones came out a long time ago. But anyways, right?
But is there anything that you've been doing to produce results in that time?
No, I've just been doing the same old thing.
Why, bro? Like you've been
Okay.
sitting on the sidelines, I suppose, wanting this, Barry, for a while, man. Like, why is it that you actually haven't started to work towards this lifestyle, bro?
And just for you, man, it's a genuine question. Like, what do you think the roadblock has been for you internally? Like, why you haven't made that change yet?
Not a bad question.
Well, I guess it would have to be down to probably between not knowing what to do and then also just self-confidence in actually sticking to something.
Ask him here again. Like that is again, there is an internal limitation here, right? He's saying his self-confidence in sticking to something, right? When you want to probe deeper, the first thing I would say is, what do you mean by that, Barry? Right? Like self-confidence, Barry, that's interesting, man. Like what exactly is it that you mean by that, bro? Right? And then, well, like, you know, I haven't really had the confidence to make that, you know, it's possible for me. You know, maybe I don't know why exactly, but you know, I struggle to feel like I'm actually able to do this. Well, what's different with this, Barry? You know what? You know, you applied to go on to our webinar Friday, go on to our free training Friday. Like, what do you feel is different with this that caused you to take action? Right now, what we're doing right now is he's obviously going to gaslight the vehicle that he's talking about. Right? Is anybody where we're at right now confused or have any question? Can everybody understand what I'm picking up on here?
Yeah, man, that's certainly an issue that I can relate to as well. When I first started in this space as well, the self-confidence is something that's low, but as you go on, you certainly are able to build yourself up. But for you now, like you said, you're making 30K a year.
Yeah.
What would you need to comfortably replace your income, in your opinion?
Well, I feel like overall it's more to have more flexibility in my life. So if I'm able to earn the same amount and even more, that'd be amazing. So it'd be like, let's say like three or 4 grand a month.
I'll be honest with you,
that'd
man.
make it very simple.
I'll be honest with you, man. When you're progressing into high ticket sales and you're putting the head down with just a few months of consistent work, you can be making comfortably between 3 and 5K a month. What would that do for you?
Oh, it'd open up so much freedom in my life. I'd have so much more time to explore other things, like other interests of mine, like hobbies, and maybe travel more. And yeah, just be a lot of that now, to be honest.
Absolutely, man. And you mentioned there, like you've had that lack of self-confidence and not knowing what to do, which avenue to go down. What do you feel that you need to change so that you don't keep going in circles and letting those behaviors dictate your future?
That's a tough one now. But I suppose I'd probably have to pick something and decide that I'm going to stick with it.
And why do you feel like this is the right time to actually do that, Barry? Because I mean, like, you know, this cycle has been going on for the past 2 years. You know, like what do you think is actually going to happen if we don't break out of this cycle, Barry? Well, I'm going to be still where I am, and I'm going to stay where I am now for the next few years. And is that what you want? I mean, like, is that truly what you actually want, Barry? No, not at all. And like, Barry, who's in control of actually going and making that happen? Me. So do you feel like you're actually committed to letting go of that, Barry, so you can step into your higher self and, you know, get that freedom, travel more, be able to do more things that actually excite you? Yeah, I am ready. Are you sure? Yeah, no, I am ready. Why? Why are you ready now, Barry? Now that is where, can you see how that then is going to lead him to, why are you ready now, Barry? And I'm just sick of the same thing over and over again, being stuck in this electrical site and, you know, being stuck in where I am now, you know? And now what I do is I go into future pacing them. Future pacing them just means like, and Barry, like, what would it actually mean to you, you know, to let go of that self-doubt and to actually achieve that freedom and be able to enjoy life more and live more on your terms? What would that actually mean for you? Right? It would mean the world, man. It would mean the world. And like, Barry, how do you think your family would look at you knowing that you actually committed to it and let go of the self-doubt and actually made it happen? Well, they'd probably be proud, right? Exactly, man. Exactly. So, like, are you truly committed to letting that go today? Because that seems to be the only thing that's holding you back, man.
Because I suppose that's something I haven't been doing.
Absolutely, man. And like that self-confidence that you mentioned there, a lot of that, and I can relate to and attest to as well, it basically stems from the fear of failure. And I'll be honest, that fear is something that we all need to overcome if we're going to achieve anything in this.
He needs to say it himself, right? You can't say the limitation that it is, right? Because he didn't say it's the fear of failure, right? So you need to leave the floor open for him to say what it is that's holding him back, or you need to leave the floor open for him to say what the internal emotional blocker is, right? Because it's more powerful when they say it, because we can tie them to it rather than us saying it, right? Can you understand, like, Cian, can you understand why it'd be more powerful when they say it rather than you saying it for them?
Yeah, because if you say it to them, it's just going to go in one ear out the other. Whereas if you ask them the question, you actually make them think about it. And then they make the realization themselves.
Exactly, man. It's like sometimes, boys, especially the way we teach dialing here, beyond set leaves you so set up for closing, right? Because we like to dial at a high level. So it's going to leave you really suited to move into closing after a couple of months of dialing, make your money. You know, like, look at Jamie Nicolai. He's made 10 grand in the last 2 months from dialing. Goated, like 10K in the last 2 months from dialing, you know? And he's actually made 10K in the last 2 months, and then he's been dialing since the middle of May, and he made 2K. So he's made 12 grand in the last, 75 days. He made 12 grand in the last 75 days from dialing, you know? So dialing right now, boys, is hot, and it ain't going anywhere.
This life. So, like, I'm trying to figure out if you're a good fit for us. Do you think that you're actually committed to letting go of those things, that self-confidence and, you know, that lack of direction, so that you can stop sabotaging yourself and actually move forward into a space you want to be in?
I would have went into the cost of inaction here, boys, first. Does anybody want to explain to me what the cost of inaction is? But I would have went into that first before I asked that, right? Because you want to make it clear, right? First of all, you want to future pace him. So be like, you know, and like when you do become that person, like, you know, how is that going to feel, right? What will change in your life, right? And then it'll change everything, right? A little bit of acknowledgement of what you said. And then like, how is that going to feel, you know, when you know that you did change X, Y, Z? Yeah, it's going to feel amazing, man, you know? And then like, and how do you think your family is going to look at you, bro? You know? So then I would have went into, we would have brought him up to that high, and then we would have brought him back to realizing what happens if there is no action, right? So, and then what we can do is where we have him in that pocket where we can then position hopping on a call, right?
Do you feel that you're ready for it?
Yeah, I think I will be.
I think I would be, right? He is not certain. What Ronan needs to do here is, you think you would be? Like, you don't sound too certain, Barry. Right? So we didn't do a good enough job at helping him see what was holding him back, right? That is the issue here.
I think what would be a big benefit to me would be having help and like support, so I'm not like just going in trying to do it all alone.
Totally, man. And like, I totally get that. You know, it's so much easier when you've got people in your corner that have done what it is that you're going to do. But like, unless you're fully you have full conviction, Barry, no matter how much help we give you, you can only lead a horse to water, you know? So like, you said you think you would be, like, are you fully committed, or is there still like an element of hesitation there? Right?
Absolutely, man. And of course, that's a big fear when you're starting. But I can tell you now, I'm one of the coaches inside the community. I've been working with the off owner for the last 2 years. And high ticket sales is something that helped me get out of my job that was holding me back, my 9 to 5. And now I'm helping the other students within the community. So with everything that we've talked about, if you're ready to leave behind that, you know, lack of self-confidence, that lack of direction that we've talked about, what we can do is I'll put you on a call with my right-hand man, and he can run through a few things with you.
He's not sold at this point because we didn't do it correctly, right? He's not fully sold, right? He's not fully certain. I think I would be, right? He's still not fully certain. And this is why, if you are setting leads like this, your show rate is probably not going to be at the level you want it to be, right? So Cody's not in here, Jamie Scotty's not in here, Adrian, you are in here, and you're on the same offer as the boys, right? But Adrian, if you do not, first of all, show him what the cost of an action is, right? Future pace him. And what we mean by future pace is basically just show him what life is going to be like when you achieve that. Like, how is that going to make you feel, you know? And like, what are your family going to think of you, you know? So that's why he's like, this lead right here is an iffy one. He might not show, he might show, because he's not fully bought in. He's not fully bought in yet.
And we can start working towards a solution to that problem. So you can start moving forward and looking towards those things, like you said, like the more freedom, working remotely, being able to travel more. How does that sound to you?
Yeah, that'd honestly be great, man. Yeah, I'd be happy to hop on a call, 100%.
Yeah, because I'll be honest, I do think you're a good fit. So what I'll do is I'll send you over the calendar now. We do have slots available to talk directly with our head coach. You can pick a time that suits you to chat to him. If you could book it in now, I've sent it over to you there. I'll send you over some more resources to inform you about the program.
Usually on a dial, what you'll do is you'll just manually book them in. So like when I was dialing, I'd manually book them in. So after I'd say, like, do you want to hop on a call? What I'd say is, sweet, man. Well, look, what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to pull up our head coach's calendar right now. And what we can do is we can get you locked in for a time with him, right? So I'm going to start shouting out a couple of times. Does tomorrow or does Tuesday work the best? Probably Tuesday. Okay, sweet. Let me just shout you out a couple of times, right? So Tuesday we've got 9:30, 12 p.m., 1 p.m., 3 p.m. Yeah, 3 p.m. works. Amazing, right? I'm going to get this locked in for you. What's your email, Barry? Sweet. Okay. And amazing, Barry, right? And now obviously you're gonna have to qualify them, right? So whether that be with, it depends on an offer. Some people would, now he's booked in, somebody can triage him, or some people on the offer would rather you qualify them on the call.
Okay, yeah. You just sent that there now. Yeah, I have it here now, actually. Yeah.
Yeah, I've seen you booked in there, mate, for tomorrow at 7. Now, I'll be honest, these slots are precious. So do you feel that there's any reason you can't attend? And I'm only asking you for your own benefit, as these slots do fill up fast.
Yeah, no, that's totally understandable. Yeah, yeah, I'm gonna be good for that time. I'm off work at that time, and I've nothing else scheduled, so I'll be there.
Yeah, and I've seen you're booked in there with Adam. He's a great lad. He'll help you out with everything. And I've sent over some resources there for you now, so you can get a better idea of the program now, okay?
Yeah, 100%, man. Yeah, thanks very much.
Thanks for coming on, Barry. It's been a pleasure to chat to you, and I'll chat to you again soon.
Yeah, thanks very much, Ronan. Look, I'll be there on the call, and yeah, thanks for giving us the ring.
Yeah, look, that wasn't too bad. That wasn't too bad, right? So like, it wasn't too bad, but there's definitely a lot of room for improvement, and it's probably going to come primarily with real reps, right? First of all, bro, it's like when you're on a call with somebody, actually want to help them, right? Want to help them way more than actually wanting to get the sale, right? So your discovery, right? Open up with the questions like, why are you going to do this? Your goals, right? What are your challenges? Right? Then find their pain, find out what their pain is. Ask open-ended questions and probe a little bit deeper on those questions, right? So when I say probe a little bit deeper, Barry said he felt stuck, so find the pain, probe deeper on that, reveal what the pain is behind that word, right? Stuck, like, Barry, when you say stuck, man, like, what exactly is it that you mean, right? And then find the intent, the why. Like, why is that you do want to do this? We get a lot of people, Barry, that try to join, and we're very particular with who we take on, because at the end of the day, our reputation is on the line too, right? So the last thing we want to do is take on somebody that is only window shopping or isn't actually fully convicted. So why is it that you actually want to do this, right? Ross, I know you're not on, or not Ross, Ronan, I know you're not on the call, but he did ask to review because he's working. It was good, but there's definitely a lot more we can do, right? So open up the call correctly, right? Start your bit of a discovery, like, what made you decide to sign up for the webinar? Find the pain usually in what it is that they do. And when you ask them what they do, ask them how are they finding it. Try not to put words in their mouth, and mirror their tone, right? So when I say mirror their tone, I'm going to try bring that to the surface on the next one we're going to review now, right? Ross, you're up next, bro.
Yeah, I just replied to it there.
Yeah, sweet. There's a few boys on this call.
Oh yeah, I think there was. Oh yeah, Hughes. Or was it? It was the one you joined. Remember you dropped in.
I popped in. Say hello, did I?
I think you did. Yeah, it was like 2 weeks ago.
Let you into the call. I was just here. It didn't fucking record.
You have to skip in a bit if you go.
Yeah,
I think
it
says it in Discord when to skip to. I think. Hold on.
You're only here for this period of time. Then you're gone.
Skip to
1:30.
Hope it fucking works.
Yeah.
What's this highlighting? Positive. Fuck it, I'll leave it. Right. Will I go so? Yep. Right, ring.
Hello.
Hello, is this Adam speaking to?
It is.
How are you? My name is Ross there. I'm calling from Beyond Set. I saw you're part of our free Discord. Is that right?
It is indeed, yeah. Actually, yeah.
Yeah, I'm just following up there to see how you're finding it. From your voice, I can tell you're a fellow Irishman, so that'll help with the accent barrier anyway.
Yeah, 100%. But yeah,
do you have? Sorry, go ahead.
I'm finding it good. Yeah, I'm finding it good. I'm sussing it out. Like, it's.
Yeah. I'm just wondering if you 5-10 minutes to chat there, see if we can help you further.
Yeah, I do.
Sounds good, man. So, what actually got you interested in making money online?
When you're opening up, Ross, like for a free Discord community, I always just say, man, look, I'm just ringing Dav just to make sure you got access to everything. All right, brother, because we've been having a little bit of an issue in our back end. Were you able to get access to all the materials? Okay. Yeah, man, I was able to get access to all the materials. Okay, and don't even ask for their permission. Don't even ask for their permission. All right, sweet, man. We're like, what made you actually join the Discord in the first place, right? So that's now where we start our discovery, right? Don't even ask for their permission. Just go straight into it, right? Well, let's keep her late
And,
anyway. It's
you
a
know,
good start.
specifically high ticket sales joining the Discord. Like I can see you took one step towards the goals you want to get anyway.
Yeah, I suppose what got me interested was I seen Ryan's content, you know, and I could personally relate to that. I've been always trying something online, you know what I mean? So yeah, I guess that's what kind of got me interested, is try and get the ball rolling with making money online, I think.
Yeah, I get you. Ryan posts some very valuable content, and like with him, I found it easier to relate to him, you know, than a lot of other people online.
Yeah.
So like your current situation, are you looking to take it further with high ticket sales?
He's tried other stuff online before. I would have asked that. Like, what is it that you've actually tried online before, Dav? Right? If you feel like there's something that I could probably correct you on, say it for me, right? Because I feel like you probably would have known.
Yeah, I would. I
that
picked
from
up
that.
on that straight away there. When
Yeah. So I would have asked him what it is that he's actually tried online before. Okay, and like, what was it about it that that you didn't like, or how come you didn't take it any further?
Sales, or are you looking to? What's your goals?
I suppose I would, yeah. Like I kind of joined just to kind of see would it be for me. Does it align with me personally? You know what I mean? Like I could relate a lot to Ryan, as I said. Like, you know what I mean? But just because I can relate to a person doesn't mean what they're doing I can relate to. You know. But at the moment I find it good. At the moment, I find it good, you know?
Yeah. So what is it you're doing for work at the minute? To say you wanna get involved in making money online, and you know.
Yeah, I'm a qualified mechanic, but I work in a factory now.
Factory work, yeah.
Yeah.
Long hours, I'd say, is it?
Yeah, 12-hour days.
Tough going, but yeah. So you wanna take a step in the right direction for some time for yourself.
Exactly.
Don't put the words in his mouth, Ross. Let him say it. It will land way more when he says it, right? How you find? Geez, man, 12 hours. They're long. Like, how are you actually finding that? Bang! He's going to give us pain straight away. He just said 12-hour days. Fuck 12-hour days. Ain't nobody want to do 12-hour days, especially not in a factory. Right? There's a difference between lying up on a beach for the day, DM setting for 12 hours, and hobbling around a cold factory, freezing your arse off. Right? So if we go back here, let me go back, bring this back like 30 seconds. Right? Ross, let him speak. The floor is his. You're just guiding him onto the floor. That's it.
You know.
Yeah, I'm a qualified mechanic, but I work in a factory now.
Factory work, yeah.
Yeah.
Long hours, I'd say, is it?
Yeah, 12-hour days.
Tough going, but yeah. So you wanna take a step in the right direction for some time for yourself.
Yeah, right. Get rid of all that. And I would have just asked him there. 12 hours ain't easy, brother. Like, how are you actually finding that? Can you see, Ross, how that would land a bit more?
Yeah.
Right, let's keep her lit.
Exactly. Yeah.
And how long have you been doing that for?
I'm in the factory now 2 years, but I was a mechanic for 10. So. Yeah.
And have you been feeling like you want to make that change for a while?
I have, yeah. I suppose going from the garage to the factory was kind of a small change anyway. You know, I kind of got sick of the cars. I knew I needed to do something more with myself. You know? So, but while all of that was going on, the external, we'll call it, internally, I was online looking to make money anyway. You know, that kind of way. Like that's kind of happening with years. You know.
Right. So how I would have went straight into how is he finding it. We would have brought emotion into this conversation way more to make it more impactful. And then I would have, when he inevitably brought this up, that he's been looking into this for years. I mean, bro, like years is a long time. How long have you been actually looking into this for? The past 10 years, right? Okay, sweet. But like, 10 years is a decade, bro. Like, how come we're still in the same spot we are now? Right? But that, if you asked him how he's finding those 12-hour days, I know you would have brought up so much emotion, right? Look, I'm fed up now at this stage, you know, like I'm really looking for a change, and, you know, I'm looking to find what actually works for me. That makes sense, Dav. Like 10 years is a long time, but when you say fed up, man, what exactly is it that you mean? Right? And can you see how that is a probe deeper to reveal the pain behind, or the emotion behind what he's doing every day, right? Because boys, if someone got me 18 months ago on a call like this, Jesus, I would have had so much pain doing graveyard hours out in Sweden. And if someone was to ask me the right questions, I would have cracked like an egg, you know?
Yeah, and there's a lot of stuff online these days pushing you in towards that direction. I'm sure you've seen a lot of it. So, like, have you tried stuff in the past towards making money online?
I have, yeah, I have. I've dipped in and out with a few things, actually, to be honest.
Listen to what he says more as well, Ross. I feel like you're potentially focusing on what to say next, but just focus on what he's saying, because he already told you that he's been trying from the very start of the conversation, and he said it twice, that he's been looking into things for a while, right? You're good. I can see you, but you will get good at this, Ross, after a couple of more reps. But remember, he needs to speak more than you. You just need to hold his hand and bring him to where you want him to go, right? So where you want him to go is you want to open a conversation, right? Start your mini discovery, because it's only a dial, right? You only got 10 minutes in comparison to a closing call, right? So your mini discovery, find the pain, right? Find the why. What's causing this change now, right? Find the cost of inaction, right? The cost of inaction is like what? So I suppose then to have like, what happens if you don't make this change, right? Fucking, I'll be fed up and I'll be tired and I'll be fucked up working in a factory for the next 10 years. Exactly, man. Like, how much time do you want to lose, you know, due to not committing to yourself and not taking that change? Not much more anyways, man, you know. And again, like if this is a case that you feel like you need to make a change now, when is the most appropriate time to do so, Davin? I suppose now is the right time. Exactly, right? Because it's like this, Dav. If you want to be the person that's, you know, give your daughter that better life, you know, doesn't have to clock into cold sites anymore, what do you need to do? I need to commit to myself, right? Now we've got him at that level where he's like, right, I now know I need to commit to myself. Now what we're going to do is we're going to future pace, right? And what we're going to start the future pace, we'll be like, how do we start a future pace, right? Let's look 3 to 6 months down the line, Dav, right? Now, this is after we've got his goal, after we've bringing him into that little bit of emotion, after we've figured out his why, right? We're going to realize what he wants. And now we need to remember that or take it down. When I'm doing a dial, I'm always writing shit down because I want to remember stuff to bring it back up, right? But let's keep her lit anyways.
Every which way, like I've done dropshipping, affiliate marketing, I've done trading, I've done Amazon, I've done TikTok, I've done you name it, I've tried.
Yeah.
At least.
And what?
That's a lot of things, Dav. You know, it sounds like you've fucking fairly tried it all, man. How come nothing worked? Right? Because it's him. It's not the vehicle. Any one of you boys could have become successful at drop shipping. Any one of you could have become successful at trading. It's not the vehicle. It's you, right?
What do you feel has been the problem in succeeding in your efforts?
Yeah, good.
I'd say me.
But emphasize that's a lot, Davin. You've nearly tried everything. You've nearly tried every piece of cake there is. How come you didn't find the one that suited you?
Just chasing rather than building, I would say.
I got you, man. I got you. I appreciate the honesty. You know, I appreciate you telling me that. Being able to.
When you say chasing, like rather than building, what exactly do you mean by that? I feel like there's more context to that. I feel like we could have got more context to that a little bit too.
You know, own up to your situation and want better for yourself. And like in terms of this like what is it you'd actually like to achieve from going down this route?
I suppose the financial stability it kind of brings, like, you know, from what I've seen online, like people are making very reasonable money. Like I wouldn't have to worry too much about bills or rent or looking after my kid, or, you know, like if I was successful in high ticket sales or this industry alone, like it would probably change my life.
Yeah, I get you, man. And like when you say success financially, like what would that look like to you? Do you know, like what kind of figure would you be?
Yeah, that's not a bad question to ask.
It'd be between 5 and 10 anyway. Like, but again, that figure opens more doors. You know what I mean? So eventually, like reaching that first milestone, there'll be more then. Like there'll be another goal. But that would be the first initial. Would be definitely I need to make £5 a month.
Yeah, 100%, man, 100%. And you know, these days it's definitely doable with the right frameworks in place and the right people to guide you in the right direction. But at the end of the day, like it does come down to ourselves. You know, putting in that effort. And I can see from this call already, like you're willing to own up to that it is on you. You know that you need to put in the work and you need to.
We could have got a little bit more emotion, right? So just be careful about rambling on a little bit, Ross, because we could have got way more emotion at the start. We didn't figure out enough about his current situation. I can tell, right? So when I say figure out enough about his current situation, what he's doing, how it's making him feel, right? He's probably going to say, I'm stuck or I don't enjoy it. Or like, you know, looking back, Davin, on 10 years, man, like knowing that you haven't wanted to actually do that, but you have let 10 years pass. Like when you say that out loud, like how does that make you feel?
Yeah, I think
Go on. I think
this is the first SDR I ever did, and I think
Oh, good shit, bro. This is the first SDR you've done. This is not fucking bad, man, to be fair to you.
yeah, because this was like 2 weeks ago now. But I can see from every single time he says something, the main problem is that I'm just thinking of the next question and I'm not like taking in what he's actually saying and building on that.
Be present in the conversation, right?
Yeah.
Because after we asked that, you know, like 10 years, like Dav, like, would you agree if I say that that's a long time? Yeah, I would. Yeah. So knowing that that's a long time, Dav, and that we haven't made the change to become that higher version of ourselves, like how does that sit with you? Not fucking well. There's a lot of regret. Wow. Regret's a powerful word, Dav. Like what makes you say that? Well, I probably could have done a lot more with the time that I had. Probably. Or you could. I could. So see that then. And I would have held silence there for a second, right? I would have let it sit for a sec. So what needs to change now then, Dav? Right? Man to man. What actually needs to change? I need to just cop the fuck on and finally make a step towards the right direction, right? And that step towards the right direction, Davin, like, what does that look like for you, right? Keep relay, anyways.
To do that stuff to achieve where you want to get to.
Yeah.
So yeah, I appreciate that, and
good shit, Dav.
Man, honestly, I do. But like, you know, going forward, like having tried stuff in the past, what do you feel like internally would need to change for you to avoid going in these circles and repeating the same steps, making the same mistakes? Like what kind of changes do you feel you need to make?
I need to mind myself. My accountability needs to be tracked. Like, you know, I need to be it needs to be military style. I think, like, you know, my why needs to be big, like, and it is. You know, whereas before I didn't really have big whys. I probably, you know, I didn't have a kid at the time. I didn't have my own apartment at the time. I was probably house sharing somewhere while I was doing the fucking.
Dav, are you still in here? Did you go? Please tell me you didn't go yet. Just yet. Oh, I dipped. If you watch back this call, Dav, you need to hop on a call with Rogan Whelan. You both have a kid. You both have a kid. You both come from a very similar background. You're both the same age. And Rogan's doing fucking amazing now. So I just hop on a call with him.
I was probably making more money in other places and found it easier that way, you know. So.
Yeah, I get it, man. It seems like you have a very strong way at the moment. You know, you mentioned your kid and the cost of living crisis these.
Bro, imagine he brought up his kid and we don't probe on that.
Yeah.
Bro, that is the biggest emotional driver ever. You mentioned you had a kid. Like what age is your kid? She's only 4, she's only 4, she's only 3, she's only 2. Wow, man, congratulations. And like, you know, I suppose that's the biggest motivational driver that anybody could have. It is. I would have anchored that 100%, right? You know, like, how do you feel like, you know, like, and when I future pace him, I wouldn't say how your family is going to look at you. I would have said how your kid is going to look at you, right? Because to start the future pace, we're just going to say, like, let's look 3 to 6 months down the line here, Dav, right? And you do achieve 5 to 10K a month, and you know, you get yourself in that position you want to. How does that change your life? Well, it changes everything, right? I know, man. And like, let's say you don't have to get up every morning and walk onto a cold building site anymore, and you're actually profitable. Like, how do you think that your daughter's going to look at you? Bang, bang, double headshot, right?
These days, it's hard to get ahead. You know, you're always chasing your tail. It doesn't feel like you're getting ahead. But like at this moment in time, like, do you feel you're actually committed to letting go of those things now, so you don't keep, you know, sabotaging yourself any longer?
I think I am. Yeah, I think I am. Like, I'm always a little bit skeptical with the stuff online. Like, you know, even though I'm in that field, I try my best to be in that field. Like, you know, but, yeah, I think I'm fairly well. Like, you know.
Ask him where the skepticism is coming from, right? Like, where is the skepticism coming from? Because you're talking about beyond set here, which 9 times out of 10 none of you are going to be fucking talking about beyond set, right? So, and none of you are probably going to be working for an Irish coach. But in this moment, I would have said, like, where's the skepticism coming from, Dad? I would, like, you know, people online, but your brother, you're probably only an hour drive away from me. Like, that's what I would have said there, right? But obviously 9 times out of 10, there's like any dialers in the onset, they're probably all on American offers, except for Rogan, or not Rogan, except for who's on that dialing offer? Can't remember. Graham.
Ready to invest in myself.
Yeah, and what is it that makes you say yes? Because like saying yes to a question like that isn't something that's easy to do, because you have to be honest with yourself, and you are being honest with yourself. I appreciate that, but what is it that makes you say yes to being able to let go of those things and move forward in the right direction?
Pattern recognition, I believe. I've identified a pattern and I'm getting nothing out of it. So something has to change, and I'm the one that needs to change.
Yeah.
But why now, though? Like, do you not feel like over 10 years is a long enough time to have figured out this pattern a long time ago? Yeah, I suppose you're right. So why now? Right? Because we've known this for a while now. Right? Can you see how these questions will bring more emotion up? Like, does anybody have any... Like, Ross, this is not bad, Ross, for your first role play. Fair play to you, bro. Like, probably 2 or 3 more of these and bang, straight onto the job board, bro. Right? Because you're actually good, man. And fair play to you for fucking just doing it. But, like, there's only... Like, the only thing I'd say to you, bro, is just listen a little bit more to what he's saying. And one thing I'll say is definitely take notes when you're bringing a role play onto this, and take notes about what he's saying to you. But that wasn't bad at all. Like, we still have a bit to go, but that wasn't... Like, that isn't bad.
When you look... Like, if you look at yourself 5 years down the line, like, what happens if you keep allowing those ideas and behaviors, to control you, rather than taking action and putting yourself in the right position, like, and I appreciate you giving me the time here. I can see you're an eager fella.
We're rambling, man. We're rambling.
Yeah. When you look forward, what would be your cost of an action? What would be, like, if you didn't take those steps forward?
I'd be on the same call with somebody else in a year's time, 2 years' time, not after doing anything, again feeling the struggle of that internal stuff that you can't change, and then you're listening to that and it's just solidifying almost, that you can't do it, you're after trying so much, and like eventually that wheel or that snowball gets bigger and bigger and bigger, and it's harder to reduce it.
Yeah, I get you, man. But like, your persistence and willingness to keep trying is something you should seriously be proud of, honestly. Like, and from what I'm gathering,
bro, don't gaslight him in any way. This man's been 10 years fucking trying to make something work. Do not gaslight him.
Here, like, I can tell.
You don't want to give him any rush of dopamine.
I know.
I've
just been agreeing with everything he says as well.
Yeah, bro, don't be stressing. Watch this call back, get a fucking pen and paper, and take notes on this. Bring your notes into the next SDR call you do, and do another SDR call tonight, do another SDR call in the morning, get another one done soon, right? We'll do more SDR reviews on Thursday. Every Tuesday and Thursday, boys, it's going to be the majority of just reviewing SDRs, which is going to be serious value for all of you, because number one, you get them reviewed. Number two, you can make a disgusting amount of money. Look, boys, not everything's money in life, but at the end of the day, money makes the world go around. What are you all here for? To fucking jump on a few group calls for the next 30 years, or to make some cash, right? We're all here to make some cash, right? So get your role plays done, send them in. And when you get onto a group call, raise your hand. Adam, Ryan, I sent you over a review there. Do you mind reviewing it? Bang, be the first one to do it, right?
This is a pretty big priority to you right now, wouldn't it? Would you say so?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, so like, if you want to take a step in the right direction, what I could do for you is I could set you up on a call with my right hand man, Adam. He's been in the space even longer than me, man. He knows everything there is to know about it, and he could kind of show you the roadmap of what we do and how we can help you, and also get a better understanding of you before we take any steps further. Like, there's no pressure on you or anything, but
yeah, right. Ross, biggest takeaways from this one I have, and take this down, is stop over speaking. Leave the floor open for him, right? Probe deeper on what it is that he says, right? And when he says 12 hours, working 12 hours in a factory, like, wow, like 12 hours a day, that's taking its toll, man. Like, how are you finding that? And, you mentioned you had a daughter. Would you say that this is affecting, like, how much time you can see her? Like, boys, I'm telling you now, anybody that has a child and does not get to see their child, right? You could be working from home, watching your child grow every day as an appointment setter. It's exactly what Rogan Whelan done, right? He started this because he was doing graveyard hours up in Dublin every day working with Rytech. Now he can get up and fucking DM set in the bed with his child beside him if he wants, right? Do it for your fucking kid. That's exactly, I would have had him by the balls on this one. He would have been paying me money on the call. Right, but no, look, Ross, to be fair, man, for your first one, fair play to you, bro, because you actually held it down. You're able to talk. You're able to talk, Ross, right? Some boys freeze, they might whatever, but you're able to talk, which is you're already on the money. Now we just gotta tweak, Ross, what you're fucking saying. That's all.
Yeah.
Do you feel like you got a bit of value from that, Ross?
Yeah, definitely, man. Definitely.
Good. I'm glad to hear that, bro. That was not bad for your first attempt. Who else did we do? We did Ronan as well. So Ronan, if you're still watching the review at this stage, I think a couple of similar things for you. Just be careful about your introduction. Like I said, boys, me and Adam are both individually ourselves, right? We're not alike. Well, we are a little bit alike, but he has his way and I have my way. Now, try both. Listen to what I say, listen to what he says, and think to yourself, right? I actually think Adam's way of doing it is actually a bit better. I might go with Adam's way first. Or Ryan's way makes a bit more sense to me. I might go with Ryan's way first, right? But has anybody any questions for me? While we're all here, I want to just say to you boys, see this. I'm going to share my screen really quickly. Where's the Beyond Set event? Where is it? Beyond Set event. Boys, so I actually got an email today from the Airbnb. And let me go into the Airbnb real quick. Wait till you fucking hear this, right? I got an email today from the Airbnb saying that the Airbnb has been fully renovated and that the pictures aren't actually what it looks like now, but we're going to be the first guests to stay in this fully renovated crib. So this is in, I also want to just remind anybody that's not coming to this event, what the fuck you are missing out on, because you could have, right? So this is where we're all staying. We're going to be doing a mastermind. We're going to be doing co-working Thursday. The plan is we're just going to be doing a rivals meet and greet because obviously the boys, not everybody's met each other yet. But the plan is on Thursday, boys, look at this. Like there's 2 different sitting rooms, right? We've also got, there's 3. Another sitting room there. There's a huge long table to do your working on together. There's a sitting room there, working area over there, kitchen over there, right? Yeah, obviously cook away, do whatever you want. Like there's where we're going to be doing a bit of co-working together. Loads of bedrooms too, loads of beds now potentially. So dependent, boys. I'm not going to lie. I don't know how many people are coming to this anymore. I'm actually so fucking confused. So if you have to bunk up, you have to fucking bunk up. Me and Dave are probably going to bunk up. James and Foy. James Foy, are you still in here? Did he do a dip? He did a fucking dipperoo.
He dipped, yeah.
Did a dipperoo and he was saying, right, he's bunking up with Adam. Adrian, you're bunking up with Joe, so yeah.
No, I'm not. The fuck.
If you have to, bro, I'm gonna lie, I don't even know how many boys are coming anymore. Because a couple of lads said it last minute, and I don't know if I calculated the heads correctly. But yeah, boys, the bathroom's always an option. As Evan said, there might be a bath, right? But boys, I'm telling you now, these events, I am trying to make them as often as possible. Obviously, I know not everybody is fucking like, boys, if 1 year ago, this event, I probably wouldn't have been able to fucking, it's not that expensive. It's about 200 quid in total. But again, these are the best value you can get from this. Boys, little back garden too. Somebody bring a football or a hurl or something. But, what was I going to say? These are the best value you can get from Beyond Set, right? Because you're going to meet everybody. And not just meet everybody, you're going to realize that, right? Okay, Ryan isn't a fucking robot. He's just a normal young lad that decided to lock in, right? He's not a fucking special guru, nothing. I'm just me. I just decided to lock in and learn something that I knew could change my life. The same with everybody. The same with everybody that's coming there that's making fucking money, you know? But I'm really excited. I hope everybody else is excited too. Who can I see that's going? Adrian, Evan, Kean. Gordon, you're going too, aren't you?
Yeah.
Yes, sir. But yeah, boys, I hope you are excited.
What time Thursday?
Thursday, be there for 5:30. Doors open to the Airbnb at 5:30, so you're more than welcome there from 5:30 onwards. And the plan for Thursday is we have a dinner table booked at 7 Galway, something like that.
You already booked it?
Yeah.
Oh, jeez.
Well, there's 22. We booked for 25 lads, so 25 lads at the dinner table. It's gonna be great crack, lads. I'm really excited. I'm looking forward to it.
There's a nice club in 7.
It'll be fun.
Yeah. And then I think we're going to Nancy Mulligan's, something like that.
Oh, Mary Mullins.
Mary Mullins the next night, yeah. But so the paintballing and the go-karting is Friday morning at 10:30. So get up out of bed and we'll all bait to Palaces. Kean, how far is Palaces from the centre?
About
Like an hour drive.
An hour.
It's about
Oh.
15 minutes the far side of me, so it's about an hour from Galway City.
Depending on the traffic though, because the traffic is a killer.
Right,
Traffic
okay.
getting out isn't too
Yeah,
bad.
we need to be there for
Traffic
half
going in
10.
is
It
the
starts at
Oh,
11.
traffic around the city is terrible lately with roadworks.
Has anybody been paintballing before?
I was there less than
Yeah,
a
I
year
did
ago.
that Palace paintball once.
Did you? Is it good crack?
It's great crack, yeah.
Well, it's
I love
sore.
the hurling team.
It's
years
awfully
ago.
painful.
Is it sore? Yeah.
Oh, if you get hit in a certain spot, you're fucked.
Hitting
Honest
the
to God.
fucking arse cheek there, you'll be holding your arse all night long. I've never went paintballing before in my life, boys. I can't wait. I'm telling you, the Beyond Set events are fucking the best crack. The best crack. That's what it's
Paintballing
about,
is
man.
more sore if the paintball doesn't burst. If you know, you know. Yeah.
Okay.
Well,
sweet.
just
I'm
wherever you are,
shooting you.
I'd advise you to bring an old guy runner because it's moody as fuck.
Yeah, well, my life is in a bag. I do that much traveling that I literally have one pair of shoes at the moment. I need to go and buy another pair. I swear, every time I go to a different country, I'm leaving shit behind. Everywhere I go. I just
You
can't
get
bring it
robbed.
to me. Yeah, true. Depop.
Vintage.
Vintage.
Get 'em
Yeah,
gone.
I mean, get them gone. No, to be honest with you, bro, I don't even care. I'm not gonna lie. It's only a couple of fucking t-shirts. I'm not big into anything super, super expensive, so it'll only be like 10, 20 quid that you'd lose. But yeah, boys, anybody have any questions before you finish out? Anybody at all? Who else is still in here? Adrian, Barry, Conley. Someone was about to ask me something, Quan.
There's myself. I know you're planning Thursday and Friday. What's the plan for Saturday?
You're muted, you fucking left.
He's good.
Ryan, you're muted.
Oh shit.
There
I
you
didn't mean to leave there. But the plan for Saturday is we have to be out there for 11. So just say our goodbyes, hugs and kisses, and out the door.
Hugs and kisses.
Right. My little brother's birthday party is at 2:00 back in Mullingar, and he's 12 years old. So I need to hit the road ASAP. ASAP Rocky.
Bouncing castles.
Yeah, bouncing castles, the lot.
Boys,
But
if anyone wants to jump off Blackrock Pier Saturday, bring swimming shorts. I'll go with you.
Oh, Keen, now you're
Me and
talking.
Me and
Oh,
Lucas
boys,
did that last time.
that's not
That's a
bad,
good
how,
chat.
boys.
Keen, you're talking now, so yeah.
Never
Yeah,
actually
but
been to
it's not
Galway,
bad.
so
I haven't
love
been
it.
to Galway much either, bro. I haven't been to
Lads, you
Galway
love
much.
it.
Yeah, I think it's a nice spot in Ireland. I've heard it's meant to be a really nice spot, but I'm excited, boys, because we're staying in the city centre, so it'll be nice to be able to just walk down all together to get a bit of grub and
We
walk
will
back.
be
Only
menace.
even a walk from our square, so you're handy out like.
Yeah, exactly. But right, boys, I've got dinner waiting for me. I'm about to bounce. If you need anything, you know who to call, right? Me, Adam, Adrian as well. Adrian's doing an absolute amazing job taking care of all of you too. So if you need anything, boys, let us know. As always, let us know. If you are stuck with anything, Barry, if you are stuck with anything, brother, you fucking say it, because the longer you sit on it, the more delay is going to be with getting to where you want to go. Right?
Yeah, bro.
You hear me, big dog?
Oh,
That's true. Right, please have a good night. I'll see you again tomorrow, Wednesday's call, right? And we're going to do a little bit of a deep dive into mindset tomorrow. And yeah, deep dive into mindset tomorrow. And if anybody has any suggestions of what they'd like to go over, or they're struggling with anything, let me know, right? Because Wednesday is a bit of an anything sort of a call, but it should be mindset. Like at the end of the day, boys, if you rely on my Wednesday call to be mindset 24/7, you're not doing enough work outside of this, right? Because at the end of the day, your life inside of sales is a direct correlation of your life outside of sales. What do you do? How well do you feed your brain? Because your brain is like your second stomach. If you're not feeding your brain the right shit, you're not going to get the right things back in return. Your brain's not going to function on the cylinder that you want it to, right? So take care of yourselves, take care of your mind, take care of your body, take care of your soul, take care of everything. And God bless everybody. And I shall speak to you tomorrow, right?
Goodbye.
Go on.
See you
Peace out,
later,
boys.
man.
God bless
Take
you, man.
care.
Peace out.